Rattray's Year of the Dragon. This is an aromatic. It contains Burley Virginia and Black Cavendish. And we will be smoking it out of our For the Horde Orc Meerschaum Pipe. Let's get it opened on up. Alright, so this is in a tin. So I've had this since June, so it's a few weeks old. It looks very nice, packaged very nicely. Okay, so through the plastic I smell vanilla, kind of a marshmallowy vanilla. And I could get hints of some type of fruit, maybe a citrus fruit. It smells good through the plastic. It's very nice tobacco. Okay, so smelling it, actual tobacco, it smells like prunes. And it smells like chocolate and raisins. Very sweet. It smells very sweet. It's not dry and it's not wet. Very raisiny, pruny. And you could smell some type of tropical fruit in there. And a little bit of citrus. All right, let's get it loaded on up. All right, so I don't know what the cut is, but there's some sticks in there. I think on the Smoking Pipes website it says shag cut, whatever that means. It looks like ribbon to me, but it's shag cut, I believe. So it's actually, I mean, it's not wet, but it is actually pretty moist. And it's been sitting in my tobacco room for a few weeks, so. Okay, so on the dry draw, you could smell vanilla. You could smell vanilla while you're dry drawing it. You don't taste it though. But it's kind of plum raisiny and a tad bit sweet on the dry draw. All right, let's get it lit on up. All right, so on the initial light, it's very, very mild. You get a little bit of vanilla. It smells smoky. It smells a little bit peppery, but mostly vanilla-y on the initial light. It's very mild. All right, let's get it tamped down. I honestly think I might be able to smoke this whole thing with that initial light, but we're gonna tamp it because we have to. In other words, it burns really well. Okay, as the, once you have more flame to it, it's got a tad bit of spice to it. You get that vanilla still when you're puffing and breathing through your nose. So you get kind of a citrusy tang on your tongue. It's a heavy smoke, by the way, because there's no wind in this garage, but the smoke is sinking to the floor. All right, so it's getting a bit more spicy. There's really not yet, other than vanilla and like a tangy citrus, there's really no exact flavor that I'm getting out of here yet. The spice kind of engulfs your whole tongue. The aftertaste on your mouth is a little bit sweet. It's not a bad aftertaste. So you get kind of a grassy when you're puffing and retrohaling at the same time. Your retrohale is grassy. I think it's probably a pleasant room note. It's gotta be, it's an aromatic. So I'm still not really getting a distinct flavor out of here. I can tolerate Burleys, but Burley is the least favorite of my tobaccos. So the reason I'm saying that is because so far I'm probably a quarter down. I'm not at all impressed with this. And I think probably because it's got Burley in it. Which Burley I could tolerate, but if I'm smoking a tobacco, I'm probably not going to be smoking a Burley. I do got Prince Alberts, and I got a bunch of Burleys in there, but Burleys are just nothing special to me. Yeah, it's like there's really nothing to this tobacco. It is, you could get a tiny bit of vanilla in there, but it's mostly just tangy and spicy. Like I can't taste the Virginia in there. I guess I'm tasting the Black Cavendish because it's a hint of vanilla, but I'm thinking they probably use too much Burley. Okay, so as you smoke it down, it gets more intense on the spice. I do have a little tingling on my lips, so I could still taste the spice on my tongue. It does have a tiny bit of a bite. More spice than bite though, but there is a tiny bit of a bite, especially on the middle of my tongue. It's tolerable though, but there is a bite. Yeah. All right, let's get this, because we are about halfway already. Let's get this book started. All right, so we are doing Rattray's Year of the Dragon, and it has Burley Virginia and Cavendish. I don't know what the flavorings are, but I do believe it's a fruit, some type of fruit flavoring, but I'm going to leave that blank. All right, the 10 notes, you do get like a citrus and a tropical, and it's vanilla-y, and it's raisiny. It smells really good. It doesn't taste like it smells though, at least not yet. It does smell very, very delicious. I wish it tasted like this. Yeah, it's mostly a citrusy vanilla raisin or plum. And it's tropical in there, so I think it's probably a tropical flavoring that it's got on there, a topping. It smells very, very good. All right, the cut is shag, whatever that is. And taste strength is mild. Room note has got to be pleasant. Moisture is, it's moist. It's in a tin using my Orc Meerschaum. And we will get to the tasting in a bit. All right. It's got a, by the way, the aftertaste now is kind of like a stale tobacco. Okay, when there's hardly any fire on this, like it's pretty much you're dry drawing the lit tobacco, it's very sour. Like very sour. and very earthy. All right, as you get it going back up, it's bitey. I guess you could probably say that there's a pepper in there. What tobaccos did the Cop one have? Did it have Burley? No, it was just a Virginia. Yeah, this is, I'm really not getting anything. The only thing I get is a citrusy, tangy spice, and it bites. You get a little bit of cardboard if you smell the smoke as it's wafting in the air. But it's spicy and bitey. It's spicy because my lips are on fire, so it's a spicy tobacco, but also my tongue is biting. And the faster I puff it, the worse the bite gets. So you do get every once in a while the vanilla and the raisins. And we're kind of past the halfway mark now, and I do kind of get a tropical. So this one just got to sit a little bit in your pipe. I am starting to get a tropical fruit now, past the halfway mark. All right, Room Note Expert is on her way.
Not bad. It doesn't smell very smoky. It's kind of light.
Smells
Like
good.
it's not overwhelming.
Does it
I
smell
don't know
like
if it's an
anything?
inside house, but
But it smells all right.
yeah, it smells alright. I can't like pinpoint what I think it smells like,
All
but
right.
it's nice.
Okay. All right, so it is a pleasant but not an inside. All right, we're past the halfway, so we're gonna get this filled out. All right, so you are for sure getting citrus and a tang and a spice. Okay, so towards the bottom you get tropical, but at the top it's mostly a raisiny, earthy cardboard, I guess, is what I would say. So you do get raisins. It is earthy because you get like grass in there. And I do get like a cardboard, but it bites. And the aftertaste in the beginning was good, but the aftertaste now is not that great. Like, I don't really like it. I don't really like the I don't think your breath is gonna stink though. It's not gonna smell great either, but it's not gonna stink. It is kind of smoky too. You know, you could say that it's a smokiness that you get. And it's very sour when it's almost out. So very sour. We'll put more in there if we get it. And you can really smell the cardboard when it's almost out also. And you get like a pepper. So it's like a pepper smell that you get out of there. It's not really all that aromatic, so. Okay, so the towards the bottom here, I think we're almost done actually. It's kind of like it's a spice that I'm smelling, I wanted to say nutmeg, but it's not nutmeg. It's like a... I need to read up on my spices. It's some type of spice. It's I wanted to say nutmeg, but it's not a nutmeg. This is towards the bottom. The bite's kind of gone now, and it's more sweet than it is spicy now. This is at the bottom. I don't know if cinnamon's accurate either, but I kind of get a cinnamon in the air. All right, so I had to cheat and look at the flavor wheel. I guess you could kind of say that it is a clove a little bit. That's the closest spice that I'm tasting on there. I do get a hint of cinnamon also, but I'm thinking probably clove. It's a cross between clove and nutmeg, and a bit of cinnamon that you're getting for the spice. This is at the bottom. All right, let me write all that down. I just wrote all of them. I put clove, cinnamon, and nutmeg. All right, we're gonna get it cleaned out because I think we're almost done. We do have a bit of brown in there. It smells really good. It really smells like cloves, the stuff wafting off of here. So I think probably cloves is what I was smelling earlier. There's maybe a minute left that I had on here. There is some brown in there, but it's pretty much out. So maybe a minute left that we had. All right, well, today we did Rattray's Year of the Dragon, and we smoked it out of our For the Horde Meerschaum Pipe. And I would give this a 3 out of 5. Okay, so initially I was going to give it a 2, but as we got down to the bottom, it did get a lot better. The bite kind of went away. I do still have a tiny bit of a bite on my tongue. It wasn't as spicy at the bottom either. I really don't know what to say about this one. So if you like light aromatics, you might like this. Burleys, I would say you would probably like this if you like Burleys. But it's really nothing special. I think if I smoked a few more bowls, maybe it would grow on me, because at the bottom it was getting a lot better. But it's rather just a smoke, really. You do get a lot of citrus and a lot of spice in the beginning. You kind of get a tropical towards the bottom, but it's really just a smoke. It's kind of just a sweet, spicy, sour smoke. Like, there's nothing really special about it, is what I'm saying. So I wouldn't buy this again. Maybe it'll grow on me. But yeah, it's nothing special. For sure, the Cop one is way better than this, but the Cop is also just Virginia. So, you know, like I said, I'm not the biggest fan of Burley. I could tolerate it, but it's not as good as the other tobaccos. So anyways, I do think everybody should try every tobacco, but probably smoke your buddies. If your buddy has Rattrays, smoke that person's, hers or his, and then decide if you want to buy it. Also, though, if you've got money laying around, buy a tin of it, because everybody should smoke every tobacco, like, really. All right, well, anyways, the next ones that I'm going to do are, you know, I don't know what I'm going to do. I might do the GLP series. I don't know. I've got so much tobacco in there, and it is so hot. I don't know if you could see the sweat dripping off me. I had to get rid of the, I didn't get rid of it, but stop wearing the smoking jacket, because it's ridiculous hot. It's only 7 o'clock in the morning right now, and I am sweating bad. So anyways, enough of me ranting. Thanks for watching. Have a great day, and
Bye.